What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Oleta Adams, and we're going back to the 1990 album Circle of One, and we're up to the tune I've Gotta Write. It sounds forceful, it sounds like there's conviction behind it, like they're convinced that whatever the situation and the way they've assessed it is a justified position, that they not only are there by, or not only, but they're not there by liberty or by chance, but they're there by their right to do whatever it is they're doing or to be in that position. So yeah, it sounds strong, it sounds convicted, it sounds, not uncompromising, but again, confident and comfortable with what one's role or rights are. So curious to hear how that may manifest. Again, it seems like a couple of tunes already relate to the way she had to pursue her career and stick at it and ultimately, live out the calling, the divine gift that she, feels blessed with. And I feel like this track and the title of it may very well fit into that larger multi-scene narrative. It feels like it might be about, her right to pursue that life, or her right to do her music her own way, and so on. So curious to hear if that has anything to do with it. Let's find out. This is Oleta Adams. The track is I've Gotta Write, and it's from the 1990 album Circle of One. Sounds a little Bossa Nova. I heard you, brass.
What's on your mind? We're running out of time.
On another planet.
I can tell from the look in your eyes. You're making decisions with me in mind. I've asked this before, but it's hard to pin you down. With a chance to have everything mean nothing, you're really putting me in a bind. I got a right to know the truth. Will you be loving me tomorrow? Making plans to do. Will I be drowning in my sorrow? I really need to know the truth about my chances of being with you.
Where do I stand? I deserve to know. I've got a right.
It's hard for me to know if I can't read your mind. Just when I think I've opened the door, you close it just in time. You call me back and then say you love me once again. If I feel like I'm on a roller coaster and it's getting out of hand, I got a right to know the truth. Will you be loving me tomorrow? Making plans for two. Will I be drowning in my sorrow? I really need to know the truth about my chances of being with you.
I just reacted to a Cyndi Lauper tune called Learn to Live Alone. More of that, please. Saxophones are good for the mind. A little sprightly feel to it. I used to listen to a lot of jazz on the radio when I was like a teen and early 20s. This reminds me of some of those days. yeah, cool. Again, this one had more of a jazzy feel, and definitely I enjoyed that sort of like bossa nova rhythm. But then with the sax and some other elements, it went into more of like a improvisational jazz feel. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and it sounds like, and I apologize. I think this is something that Kim already talked about because she was talking about in the last one that like it may have been addressed to her mom, and the way that like you saw this kind of life for me, but I had to pursue the life that I had, which is kind of what I was thinking, along similar lines here. But I think I remember she was saying there are other tracks on this album where she maybe is speaking to, her significant other. And this one felt like that, like, hey, I'm feeling this, but I have a right to know, like, tomorrow, are you going to care? Or is this kind of like, hey, we're hot tonight, but, no promises, no guarantees about anything after that. So I enjoyed the idea of like, hey, are we going to be together tomorrow, or am I going to be like really sad by myself? Because I got to fill up my calendar one way or the other. So I have a right to know. So again, I apologize to Kim. I was talking about it to her and many others, but been a little off my game recently, which I'll get through it. I do appreciate all the support that I've gotten. It really does mean a lot. But yeah, basically, I think I got my wires. Not crossed, but I didn't remember going into this that this might be one of the ones that was directed at her, I think, eventual husband, though it doesn't sound like here like that's the case. It sounds like this is an articulation when they're still like they're seeing each other, they're dating, maybe they're technically boyfriend and girlfriend, but it sounds like she's not so sure of where this is going to end up, whereas if it's because of his lack of interest or something, she wants to know now and feels like she deserves the right to know that. So yeah, a cool tune. I enjoyed trying to follow that. I enjoyed the jazz feel. Again, jazz is not something that I've done too many reactions for on the channel because I don't have a lot of it like on CD and so on. But as I mentioned, even as I was getting into techno parties and going to punk rock shows, I would often listen to this jazz channel, which it's a different, like, it's run by a different outfit now, but it's still the same like place on the radio dial. But it's 88.1 here in Southern California. They play jazz like all the time. And I used to listen to that a lot back in the day. So when I was listening to parts of that track, it was reminding me of some of those moments and some of the tunes I heard back then. So cool one. Looking forward to the rest of the album. Once again, shout out to Kim for sharing this. She mentioned she's sharing some more Oleta, so we'll go through everything eventually. Again, next couple weeks while I'm trying to figure everything out. Who knows what the flow of videos will be. I thought it would be a little bit less, but I gotta be honest, and I was talking to Kim about this. Talking about tunes is a way to kind of, as much as I can, keep myself calm and, just think about enjoyable things and, try to keep a positive mindset. So I'm going to keep doing as many reactions as I can. So hopefully the flow isn't too affected, but like I said, it's a bit up in the air. So in any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.